Howdy everybody and welcome back to the Willie St. Willie channel once again, and today we're going to be talking about some Sonic analog horror. Yeah guys, I'm assuming everybody knows who Sonic the Hedgehog is. I mean, there's, you know, the movies now that somehow managed to get Jim Carrey out of retirement multiple times. He's basically up there with like the most iconic video game characters of all time, and he's also no stranger to the horror community. With a character as popular as Sonic, he's bound to get caught up in some random fan-made content, whether it be horror or fan-made animations or video games or even depraved, deviant content.
Not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
Now guys, you know me, I usually don't like talking about horror series unless they have some time to gain traction organically, so I don't leech off their content too much and take away views from them. I'm sure the series is like, what, like a few thousand views so far? Let's check it out.
Neptune's beard!
Yeah, I think I'm well within my right to talk about the series now. It's not going to be negatively impacted by me at all. Yes, that's right guys, the channel creator Evanimos, or Evanimos, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name properly, but they've blown up exponentially the past few months here on YouTube, and I think it'd be rather fun to analyze and react to this series they have ongoing, and just seeing how depraved they can possibly be, because I mean, let's face it, the Sonic community has already seen the worst of it. There's no way they can possibly be crazier than some of the other Sonic content I've seen, so I think this would be a rather fun thing to talk about. Funny enough, I've actually reacted to the series before per fan request on a live stream I did a few months back, and I thought it was pretty interesting, but I kind of dragged my feet on really talking about it or making a video on it.
No!
But seeing how popular it is now, I feel kind of like obligated to. I've seen many horror creators already talk about this channel before the past month or so, but I did it first, okay? I react to it on a live stream, so I beat them to it, okay? Like, wow, man, all those people, yeah, it was me. I'm the OG, okay? I'm just kidding, guys. It's not a competition. We can talk about whatever we want. I'm kind of punching up because, you know, I'm a small channel, so, you know, keep that in mind. Like and subscribe now. But wait! Before we get into the horrifying, the spooky, the tantalizing shenanigans of this video, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Aura. You know what's spookier than an evil, demonic blue hedgehog? Hackers. Especially now, because don't you know that hackers have stolen every social security number in the US? No, I'm not exaggerating, that actually happened. Over 2.9 billion records are stolen from national public data, which offers personal information to employers, private investigators, staffing agencies, and others doing background checks. These stolen records include a plethora of private information, including your name, your alternate name, your birthday, social security number, you name it. And what's crazier is that reportedly, members of this hacker group have released the information online for free! And for me personally, it really grinds my gears because I've been a victim of data breaches in the past, with scammers using my personal information to pose as family members, and even worse, my own bank. And honestly guys, if you haven't been taking precaution using your personal information online before, that's a big no-no, because you've never been more vulnerable than you are right now. But luckily, Aura is here for you. Aura sends you quick alerts so they find any of your personal information like your phone number, email, or social security number on the dark web, and will let you know if any of that information is being used against you. Or will let you know if any of those pesky individuals try to access your credit or bank accounts, as well as providing you with $5 million of identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. They also provide a vast array of other features, all through the convenience of not 3, not 2, but one single app. And if anything you've heard here piqued your interest, then you can go to aura.com/WillieSt.Willie to try your first 14 days for free. And that will be more than enough time for Aura to see if any of your personal data has been exposed. And guys, you probably should do it now rather than later, because let's be honest here, those big honchos over at National Public Data aren't really going to be able to do that much to help you, and many of them probably aren't going to be held responsible for the leak that just so happened to occur recently. So, you know, hey, I'm just looking out for you here. So hey, aura.com/WillieSt.Willie. Can't really beat that. First 2 weeks for free. Get it while it's hot. And thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. I'm just gonna say it. You're my favorite sponsor. Probably because you're my only sponsor, but hey, who cares? Details, right? And with that out of the way, folks, back to the video. So get cozy, everybody, grab your Sonic medallions and get your Shadow the Hedgehog plushies and snuggle in tight, because we're here to talk about the Sonic tapes. The video opens with what appears to be security camera footage showing a friendly little visit that Sonic the Hedgehog paid to Dr. Eggman, leaving him looking like Two-Face, before we get a creepypasta level jump scare and then cutting to an emergency alert system reading, "An unknown threat has been causing harm to people in the area. There have been several mutilations and reported missing persons in the past day. Authorities are currently investigating. Be alert, lock your doors, windows, and arm yourself. Be prepared for a face-to-face encounter with this threat." We then cut to more security camera footage showcasing a house before we see Sonic appear again. Okay, so we just saw Sonic turn people into a chili dog, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think this is, it's done pretty well, this first video as like the introduction to the series. It's a little goofy and fun, but I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of dig it so far because it's basically like, it kind of takes the old trope of like Sonic creepypasta type vibes and turns it into an actual like analog horror video. So, I mean, it's really fun. I like it so far. But before we get to the next video, okay, so the next video is like, I guess like the origin, I guess, of why Sonic's been acting all weird and crazy. And the opening gives me like Oni NG vibes, like Oni Animations, like old school YouTube videos vibes, because okay, I'm just gonna show it to you guys. I'm just gonna show you the video because I can't really do it justice just describing it. So do you see what I kind of mean? Like the first half of the video is kind of like a parody, then it goes straight into the horror aspect of it. So in this universe, Dr. Robotnik, it definitely seems like the good guy, as he's basically like giving these creatures in the Sonic universe help by giving them a mechanical body and mobility. I mean, we notice that the creatures like Sonic is eating, like the pig is like missing a foot and stuff like that. Like he's basically helping these creatures have better protection and mobility by giving them a mechanical body, basically. But Sonic doesn't like that because it makes it very hard for him to actually be able to eat these creatures very easily. And despite the bravery of some of these creatures to stand up to Sonic, it's basically in vain, because Sonic is not only the fastest creature alive, but apparently he is the most sadistic and evil one alive, I guess. I mean, it kind of makes sense why he killed Dr. Eggman in the first video, because he doesn't want this goody two-shoes getting in his way of his feast. The third video of the series, Two-Tailed Fox, kind of starts to piece together more of the lore and story that Evan actually wants to tell with this series, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Over the past 3 weeks, there have been an exponential number of missing persons reports. Several of these reports consist of individuals being taken right out of their homes. There are currently 946 people that have gone missing from the Hilltop County area. Not a single individual's body has been recovered. Search parties have been sent out into the Hilltop wilderness, but many have gotten missing from those as well. The public is in hysterics, and the local government doesn't know what to do. The images you're about to witness were recovered from a camera that was on one of the search party members. Their whereabouts are currently unknown. The camera was found next to blood trails leading into the woods. There have also been sightings of an entity flying through the sky in the late hours of the night. Images of these creatures have surfaced online, but the local government refuses to acknowledge their existence. Without any logical explanation for the disappearances, many members of the public believe these entities are the kidnappers. So yeah, not only is Sonic kind of just going on a rampage, just devouring whoever he comes across, he's also able to infect other creatures like Tails to twist and form into whatever suits his purposes. And he's also evolving, getting bigger and bigger. This is kind of giving me Shin Godzilla vibes. I've said that a few times on this channel. I know it's like a meme at this point, but like, dude, this is giving me Shin Godzilla vibes. He's like almost like this creature or cryptid that's like constantly evolving into greater and greater evil, and he's almost like unstoppable, pretty much. So like, I don't know. I kind of just need to see how the series goes from here to kind of gauge what Evan is trying to do with this. But anyway, let's move on to the next video. The next video is called Cry of the Forest. On November 14th, 2006, a police officer was called to patrol an area near the edge of the Hilltop Forest. Locals reported hearing loud cries during late hours of the night. This is the recovered footage from the officer's body cam.
Can you hear me? Are you guys there? What the hell is that?
Sonic's had one too many chili dogs. That's one big old boy right there. Yeah, so with the statue of, I think that's Moloch? It reminds me of like a Moloch statue. I think that's what that's alluding to. But yeah, that's kind of giving me a real satanic vibes, real sacrificial cult vibes. So I think the series is trying to imply that Sonic is like maybe possessed or maybe might be a demon himself. I don't know. Let's keep watching. I don't know. The officer's body was found the next morning, placed on the statue that appeared in the footage. His insides were removed, and even though his body was found less than 24 hours after the date in the footage, it was severely decomposed. Authorities that saw it stated that the body looked like it was turning to nothing. When authorities returned to the location of the statue later that day, it was nowhere to be seen. The public has been recommended to evacuate areas with high disappearances, but the footage is not being released as to not cause any more panic. Okay, it looks like my Shin Godzilla comparisons were accurate, because at the end of that video we see that Sonic is evolving into a ginormous kaiju monster that he is, I guess, trying to ascend to godhood. I think that's kind of the purpose of the ritualistic sacrifices and devouring of people in the ball statue. I think it's ball. I think I got that right. Like the bull-headed statue. I'm pretty sure it's ball. I said Moloch earlier, but I think it's ball. Honestly, the series kind of surprises me because it's actually like pretty good. Like the animations and the storytelling is actually getting better as the videos go on. So I'm kind of impressed with this series. I didn't really expect much from a Sonic analog horror series going into it, but let's get to the next video, because this one is probably the most lore heavy one of the series that I've seen so far, so let's get into it. This one is titled A Dreadful Vision. Okay, so this is probably my favorite video of the actual series so far because it actually makes other Sonic characters the main focus of the video rather than the Tails just being possessed in like 2 seconds of like the previous videos. It actually has Knuckles stumbling upon like the massacre that Sonic does and actually running into a possessed Tails and evil Sonic. And it actually delves more into what the actual purpose is. And I like how it kind of flips the narrative from the Sonic games. Because like in the Sonic games, Dr. Robotnik is like the bad guy. The Chaos Emeralds are like pretty bad. Like they're pretty much like a source of chaos because they're called the Chaos Emeralds. But in this version, in this series, it's like the Chaos Emeralds are the only really saving grace that Knuckles can use to basically save humanity, and I think it's personally kind of cool. Like, yo, let me read this comment for the video. It kind of like sums it up really well. So let me get this straight. Sonic is now the size of Godzilla, Eggman is a pile of mush, Tails is like a distraction so Sonic can go for the kill, and Knuckles is humanity's last hope for survival. You got all that? That's basically the video, man. Knuckles is going to be the savior of humanity before this demonic ball possessed Sonic is able to complete his little ritual and basically take over the world and evolve to his highest state like Shin Godzilla. So it's kind of, I don't know where Evan is going with this series, but I kind of want to see where it leads to. And that leads us to the final video of his series so far, as of a month ago, called Chaos. The video opens with Knuckles walking past a palm tree panic zone sign before cutting to a report from this universe's version of Guardian Units of Nations. For those of you who don't know, the Guardian Units of Nations in the Sonic universe is kind of like this military organization that's like a national defense force for, you know, human countries in the Sonic universe. But anyway, I'll keep going, sorry. Gun Report 1262-3. Sonic has become too large and powerful to keep hidden from the public. The replicants of what appear to be Tails have become incredibly widespread as well. This no longer concerns only the United States. Sonic is evolving at a rapid rate, and if something isn't done soon, the entire planet will be in danger. Sonic has exhibited incredible speeds, even at its immense size. Sonic cleared the several hundred-mile distance between Hilltop County and Station Square in mere seconds. Due to its size, the speed it traveled at created a shockwave that devastated everything along its path. It seemed to have no interest in the civilians at Station Square. It walked around almost like it was searching for something, until it let out a deathly cry. After it obtained the emerald, it disappeared in the blink of an eye. A former associate of Gun, Knuckles the Echidna, brought an interesting course of action to our attention. At one point in time, the Super Emeralds were at an immense peak in power. Knuckles suggests that while Gun focuses on preventing Sonic from acquiring more emeralds, he will return to the time of the Super Emeralds. He plans to bring them back to use on Sonic. With the death of Dr. Ivo Robotnik and no other means of stopping such a threat, this seems to be the best option we have. The number of missing persons has long shot over the thousands. This isn't including the almost uncountable amount of casualties caused by it simply moving from one place to another. There have already been reports of Tails kidnappings in other countries. Many parts of the US have declared martial law. We fear what it can do with the power of those emeralds. May God help us all.
Knuckles, we're good to go.
Okay, dude, this series is visually nuts. Okay, we have a Godzilla-level kaiju monster of Sonic just roaming around wherever he pleases, searching for more of the emeralds. And then we have Tails and his little minion clones off kidnapping people to feed his Sonic. And now you have Knuckles, who's gonna go back in time Terminator style to get the Chaos Emeralds in order to bring back to the present in order to fight like evil Sonic, basically. I'm assuming we're gonna see Super Knuckles fight Sonic, or I see people in the comments calling him Shinic, like Shin Godzilla, so I guess we'll see Evan animate that. That'll be kind of nuts, but dude, that's insane. Okay, I don't know if anyone else remembers this, but like every time I hear the Chaos Emeralds mentioned, I think of the those old like source film animations on YouTube. Like there was one with Obama where he's like, so you mean the Chaos Emerald? Like he's being interviewed by the press, and he's like, "Oh yes, I have the Chaos Emeralds." I don't know why. I just think of like that whenever or like the one video of the dude recording a scream, and it's like Trump, and he's like, "You mean the Chaos Emeralds?" Ah! Like, dude, I don't know. I think it's really funny. Maybe I've seen too many Sonic memes in order to really take this like seriously. Or like the Sonic dubs where it's like, Sonic had sex with my wife. Like, who posted my nudes on twitter.com? Sorry, all jokes aside, yes, I think the series is really fun and kind of creepy in some of the animations with Sonic. I mean, God, man, imagine a giant kaiju monster is able to move faster than the speed of sound. That is just insane. That is insane to me. God, dude. It's kind of creepy. And that face of Sonic when he has his mouth wide open, it's gonna haunt me in my dreams. I already know it will. But there you have it, everyone. That is the Sonic tapes as it stands today. And honestly, my thoughts on it, I think it's very fun and just a cute little horror twist on the Sonic universe, because I am so desensitized to horrific Sonic content at this point that you can literally have Sonic the Hedgehog do anything, and I wouldn't be surprised. You can have him take a school bus and drive through a playground and murder a bunch of kids. Like, I would not be surprised, because I've seen horrific things. Okay, Chris Chan was enough with Sonichu. That alone was enough. And then you have like Sonic.exe with the creepypastas, which, I mean, that's basically what the series is. It's like a mixture of Sonic.exe and Shin Godzilla. That's basically what this is. And just mash it all into the Sonic universe. That's pretty much what the series is. I'm honestly really excited to see what Evan does with this, because it's actually kind of fun. And I don't know, it's just really engaging seeing people kind of interact with it and put forth ideas or theories of what's going to happen next. So yeah, I'm curious to see Knuckles go back in time and get the Chaos Emeralds and fight a kaiju level Sonic. That would be very interesting to see. Or maybe Knuckles will get eaten alive and the world will end. I don't know. But whatever Evan wants to do with the series, just he can do whatever he wants. Okay, this is his shtick, not mine. So I'm just some guy on the internet just giving my thoughts. So yeah. But thanks everyone for sticking around with me to the end and watching my video. I always love seeing your bright, bouncing, beautiful faces at the end of my videos. I mean, it really warms my old Grinch heart, you know? But just in case I don't see you again, stay safe and have a good one, everybody. Goodbye.